Thanks.
Handle the coming on hard, and there are people that are smart enough to not come on hard. They're smart enough to be super flexible and super agile, and then you only see that hard at the very last second. It's like a whip, and it's gone the second it's delivered. You need to work against that. Now, maybe this is nothing new, but you need to work against multiple weapons, and the way we engage those weapons is the same way that we engage anything and everything that comes at us. So if this person has a knife in their hand, if they have this, if they have that, you need to learn how to properly engage that, and the purpose is not to control the weapon. That is a farce. Here's a big secret, because you're asking the right questions. You're asking for everyone. You know, you've elevated your consciousness to a point to where you're asking very intelligent questions, and I'm going to honor you with good answers. You're not going to engage the knife hand so that you can maintain control over the knife. No, because the knife is nothing. It is powered by the body's structure. So this is a fallacy. Because if this is me, I'm going to get you to engage the knife hand so I can pull out my gun and shoot you in the face. If this is me, I'm going to get you to engage the knife hand so I can come up without you seeing, grab that knife and cut myself loose. If this is me, I'm going to pull that secondary knife out. Now I really got you. I got you engaged the knife hand, so now I can get both your wrists in one swipe. It is not the knife. Oh, it is the knife, but we need to understand the in and the yo. It is not the knife as much as it is the knife. It is the engagement through that knife that we must distance ourselves from the other weapons. That we must lock a person from touching to spine, from point of impact, hopefully it's not point of impact, from point of connection to the spine, into the base of the feet. Next question.
Awesome, Sensei. I want a teacher and a training that won't go soft on me or indulge in esoterics, carefulness, or political correctness. I want to feel pain to learn and build my character and be a warrior. Can you give me advice what to look out for and how to judge trainer dojo to get the closest realistic thing to this ideal?
Okay, pain. That's wonderful that he's into embracing pain. Pain is awesome, but only when it's a teacher. I've heard it said many times, pain is the greatest teacher. Here's the thing, guys. A lot of guys out there, they want real, and they think that real is getting their face bludgeoned. It's what are you learning from that? I've had my face bludgeoned. I've had my nose broken in multiple places, multiple times. What did I learn? I learned I didn't like it. You know, I'm sorry if I missed the lesson.
Maybe too busy stuffing your nose like balls.
Maybe I missed the lesson. I think, someone asked, what do you do when you have your nose broken? You spend a lot of time in the mirror with two fingers up your nose. Some people with a good eye say, oh man, your nose was broken a lot. Other people say, oh, you look like you never had your nose broken. I'm like, thanks. I spent a lot of time with both fingers up my nose. And looking in the mirror going, making sure it was straight. And for one time, it was like growing to the side, and I had to be like, no, and get it to grow straight. It just, I've had my nose broken. Look, this Roman thing, built to break. Okay. So, that's heritage for you, What are you going to do? So, what I want you to do is I want you to embrace pain. Yes, it is a wonderful teacher, phenomenal teacher, but what are you getting pain for? If the pain is to learn pressure through the technique, if it's to learn the lock, if it's to satisfy your teacher's ego, not so good. I've had teachers like that where the teacher hits you and he's like, yeah, see how I hit you. Well, okay, that's great. Yeah, I think I'm going to pee blood, but can you show me how you did that? I just did. Well, not really. You just hit me really hard and it hurt a lot. And
I didn't learn anything.
I didn't learn anything, bro. I know not to get hit by you. That's what I learned so far. How did you slip it in? How did it become effective? What angle of pressure did you use? And I've had teachers that want to hold it over your head like a carrot, They're like, well, I'm not going to teach you that way. You need to steal it. That's fine. That's fine. If that's all you can get, then go for it. But if you can bypass that, if you can find a teacher that wants to teach you, and when you don't believe it, he makes you pee blood, that's where you want to be. You want to have that. That's the kind of teacher I am, because that's what I believe in. I believe in this right here, this angle of pressure, when it's delivered like this, and then I see the snicker like this, and then I hit the guy and he pees blood. Because there's no room for doubt in martial arts. This is live or die. It is necessary to be in pain. It is necessary to get your arms broken. That sounds crazy. I know I'm not going to be winning a lot of hearts here. I'm all about...
That's training, though.
I'm all about the pain.
Yeah.
What I'm not about is pointless bludgeoning. Like getting your head delivered into a knee. What are you learning from that? What's there to learn? All right, I built up a tolerance. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Now, I've made many jokes about this over the years.
Yeah, you learn how to take a punch, basically. That's about
and the guys that say that they've learned how to take a punch, now there's a way to take a punch. And I've taught Bri this, and I've taught my students this, and when the punch comes in like this is how you take a punch. It is not... it is not that. That is not taking a punch.
Yeah.
That's how to receive a punch. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. I've been to dojo where, the training was we're going to punch each other in the face, we're going to uppercut each other, and they're all bludgeoned up and they feel good because the endorphin rush is there. Wonderful, good for you guys. My joke is, my dojo does it harder, and the guys are looking at me like, what? I go, oh yeah. You guys are standing in front of each other. You're taking hits. This is what I do. I put a knife in the guy's hand. We take stabs. I have my students slice each other because that's real world. And then we rack the round and we start we take bullets. And when people are like, "What the hell are you talking about?" I go, "That's silly."
This is not. Yeah.
You don't take rounds. You don't get stabbed. You don't. Okay, I've been kicked. Now hit me with a bat. It's just you just don't do that. You just don't do that.
Yeah.
You need to learn how to move with it. Systema does some wacky things, because I've seen some wacky things, but I've seen some awesome things where they're moving with it, and the knife's coming in, and they're learning to turn their bodies, and they're learning to move out of the way as they're being stabbed at. That's wonderful. That's the kind of training that you want. You want to be able to react, and you want to be able to flow with the attack if it's impossible, because this is within the realm of possibilities. Now, I've had both sides. I've had students say, I've had onlookers say, I think you're training your students to fail when I train my students to take a hit. And I've had the opposite. Oh, you guys don't know how to take hits. First of all,
we don't take them.
Yeah.
Might redirect them, but we don't take them.
Well, the problem is that people look at a snippet of the training and they think that that's all it is, because for many people that is all it is. That little snippet represents them very well. Our snippets don't represent us well. They represent the snippet. So when that punch is coming in, you're going to see a lot of deflections and different things. Great. That's one thing that we do. There's a lot more. We stop that thing from ever coming. And there are times where we can't stop it from coming, and we react to it after the fact. We call it prevention, reaction, recovery. We're going to prevent it from ever happening. We're going to react to it if we can while it's happening. And we're going to recover from it because we didn't see it coming, we couldn't react in time, and it has struck us, and we need to recover from it and move on.
And that's real training.
That is real training. Those that are, I've seen this. Those that are saying you can't prevent it, well, that's horrible. Those that are saying you need to react to it, and the recovery from it is taking the hit. That's setting you up for failure. I said my piece on that, and I hope that his name was.
Oh, sorry guys, this is Tom Arrow.
Tom Arrow.
And that
I
whole
think that's a made-up name, but that's a cool made-up name.
it does sound like a made-up name, doesn't it?
Hmm.
This is cool.
Technique of the week.
Right here. Relax, I'm not gonna break your neck. So, here.
Yeah,
And then I'm
it's close. It's here, like this. Then when I drop, I straighten my back out. So the difference is
dropping motion.
here, it needs to be here, like this. And then when I drop, I straighten my back out. Does that make sense? It's important that you create on the chin, so that there's no possible way you can gain flexibility.
Here. Here.
Almost like you're bowing, stick this
And there.
there. Now it's right in front of your hubba. And you- It'll look like this. I'm gonna let Mike's head go, obviously, but it'll look like this. Yeah, and there's no way that you can survive that. Not that I know of, anyway. Jump, spiral upside down.
Here.
Go breathe.
Tighten all those muscles and everything.
Huh? I guess you could do like Koho Kaiten in the air, maybe?
Well, he's going that. No, he's prying apart. So no.
There's two records you got.
Yeah, he's prying apart.
I don't know how you would survive that. I'm just trying to think
How
about
can
it.
you ride it?
You can't remember how. What do you do?
How can, when it goes to straighten when you go to straighten your back though, they can use you as to flip.
You hugged me. Here, watch the dynamics there. And I'm here like this. He hugged me. That'll help. I'll be like, yeah, take that. Like, pull me in.
As you're pulling in
His neck.
breaking his neck,
Yeah.
as his neck is being pushed out, his body.
That wouldn't be good for him. No. That's, yeah, I don't know. That's a really good move. I don't know.
He's so icky about telling certain stories on camera. So I'm like,
I can tell. I just told an illegal story.
yeah, you're right. Go ahead. Oh, that fight I got into and I had to go to court for, that guy in the full stick.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, he like came around and he went like this, and then I went into it like that.
Nice.
And then I wanted to do this and then come through here and go, that didn't happen. By the time I got here, the stick broke and I ended up going like this. And I was like, I went like this, I went boom, and he went back like this, and then I went boom. And that was it. And then all the witnesses and everything like that, when I went to court, it worked out so perfectly too. It was like, because they were like, yeah, this guy hit him with the pull stick and he put the stick up in defense. I was like, exactly.
That's what happened.
I was like, yeah, I was scared. I think he did hit me though. I don't remember him like actually hitting me, but I woke up the next day and I was like, whoa.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
You caught some of you?
Maybe he did land a hit. Maybe it did come through when the stick broke or something at the time. And
Yeah. You got hit by your own stick, bro.
maybe. But like I was so anxious to go to court because I just wanted to find out why the guy just decided to
Attack you for no
Yeah,
reason.
we were playing a game of pool, and then he said in court that he thought I was like trying to cheat or something. And all I was doing, it was his shot, and all I was doing was just like standing off to the side, holding the stick like this, and he comes around here, like the pool table's here, and he comes here, and the stick is coming this way, and I was like, ah! So I was holding the stick like this, and I went like that.
some good training and good application. Shame you had to use it. You know what was great about that story is that it was like a family story because his mom was there and everybody was there.
Yeah.
It's a little strange, you know, getting attacked with your family being there.
That sucked.
And the moral to that story is keep training.
You go to bars. It's just. Oh my god.
Don't go to redneck bars and train like crazy because it could happen. I guess.
Sticks are weak.
And pull sticks are weak. That's a good one to the story. Make sure you got a good angle.
Yeah, thing was coming fast.